Good evening and welcome to another episode of TSA, right here on SABC3. Killing them with the baritone. Alma's away, frolicking. Somewhere, we don't know where she is. But we've got the one and only More Flavor to join the table.
You know what? If this is an audition for a Sunday radio show on Metro, I think there's something there. But you've got to make sure that you bring it out. You know what I'm saying?
Bring it out.
The self-appointed program manager over here has just co-signed you, Mable.
My fabulous co-host is in the house. Refilwe Mpakanyana.
Boy, do I feel fabulous, baby.
Lalela.
Beautiful introduction.
Hey, I need water after that baritone.
Now listen, whilst Mable gives his voice a rest, let's take care of business. Our first guest for tonight is a celebrated artist who seamlessly fuses elements of storytelling, jazz compositions, and soul into her eclectic, did I say beautiful sound, which is reminiscent of Ndlovu, Busimhlongo, and Erica Badu. The talented singer has been able to find a niche, create a niche for herself, which sets her apart from the rest. She joins us today to recap her year in lockdown and the year that was. Welcome to TrendingSA, Zoe Modiga.
I mean, I feel like it already feels like home to be here.
It's so lovely to have you here.
It's really gorgeous, beautiful energy.
I just love the fact that I didn't know, because I only see Zoe Modiga, and I'm thinking, oh,
you didn't expect it,
it's people from Joburg. You know what I'm saying? And then she says like, so when I'm kind, what's the matter? I was like, ah! So we spent more than 9 months in quarantine.
Yes.
Making pizzas. We left. Our jeans couldn't fit us after that. How did the year treat you?
That gene part, I must say, is a very sore matter. It's not something I wish to engage in as much. Njengoba sengithenge nama-pants manje, they're a different size from the one I'm used to. You know,
happened to all of us.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's been a really interesting year for everyone. You know, for some people it's been life-altering, and they've been really real-life disappointments. You know, other people have had to really start over, and those who are luckier just had to use this time as a time to introspect. And for me, it's been all those things. I think when the lockdown initially started, I had to uproot my life as I knew it. My reality shifted very quickly, you know, but it allowed me to take things back to the beginning by going home and just getting some motherly love and maybe eating a bit much, you know, and really focusing in on myself as well and all the things that I need to grow as umuntu. Because I feel like being a musician, everything is always on the inside coming out and bringing out to people, bringing energies, making people feel alive, making people feel good. But to be able to do the inner work was a gift, I would say, this year.
So whilst other kids were baking badla makwenya and doing those things, you went back home, you were able to revel, right, in that motherly love, like you're saying.
Absolutely.
And did that spark a different kind of creative juice or brings a different element to your process? Because, of course, you also put together an album during this time.
So the special thing about our sophomore album, Inganegwan, is that it was actually recorded last year. I think by the time July hit of 2019, the album was completely done. So a lot of the creative process is not from the lockdown time. It really is just from the time before. But I think it speaks to the power of music because izinto eningi that we sing about in the album are so reflective of the Black experience happening right now in the world. You know, and I suppose spirit has a way of revealing itself in that way by allowing us to have those conversations. And I'm glad that the album was able to do that. I wish I was more creative around this time. I think, to be very, very honest and frank, the disappointment of not being able to tour after working very hard to start doing that really broke my spirit.
Really, Zoe?
So, so I haven't been in a position of actually being able to be properly creative. And I'm one of those people who have songs that usually run out, but I think it kind of dimmed that a little bit, you know. But perspective is everything, you know. Sometimes you think that it's a dim thing, but maybe I'm supposed to live through this and feel through it and, you know.
And do that inner work.
Exactly.
And it's interesting you mentioned the impact of lockdown on the plans around the album, because a lot of people have gone through the most this year. A lot of people have felt that they don't have it in them to rise from this. So how do you fill that cup, that spiritual cup? How do you make sure that you keep having something to offer and to keep yourself going?
Man, I feel like some of the things and the coping mechanisms I had, I mean, I'm interested in crystals now, which was a far-fetched idea, but I also do yoga, which helps me with breathing and my mental space, making sure it's clear, you know. So I've been really looking in that way and finding practical ways to bring myself towards myself. And even before I came to see your beautiful faces today, I engaged in
I
that
like
as
how
well.
she looked this side.
You know.
and then she stayed there.
Oh my goodness, Bable. Absolutely love it. Okay, so Zoe, you are going nowhere. We are going to revel in your energy and the beautiful presence that you brought to studio. So stay with us, because after the break, we carry on our conversation with the amazing Zoe Modiga. See you in a bit.
Welcome back to Trending, and the multi-talented singer Zoe Modiga joins us still in the studio. She's hanging out with us because we just can't get enough. And I mean, I was just thinking to myself, you know, visually, I mean, yes, you're an artist, but visually, you are like another artist altogether. I mean, you are just incredible. You know, the visuals, I mean, I know the album is powerful as well. And then you also juxtapose that with the themes that you cover on your album. I mean, it's just so unbelievable and incredible, right?
Thank you.
I mean, you have an incredible artistic side to you.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm one of those people who have always been fixated on artists that are able to carry out a sonic message,
Sure.
as well as the visual message,
Sure.
you know. And I feel like a lot of artists that I look up to represent that and are able to tell those kinds of stories. I mean, I think locally, I think Simpiwe Dana is one of those artists who pays attention to what that is. And I mean, she's one of very many artists, you know. Erykah Badu would be one that does that. I mean, Beyonce is infamous for doing that, you know. So I really enjoy artists that are able to create narratives in that way. And I think from my debut album, Yellow the Novel, which was me wearing yellow for every kind of thing, going into Inganegwane, whose emblem is Inkomo, you know, and the cultural significance of cows. I mean,
we actually have that picture now. And there, Mother of the Cows in her splendor.
It's beautiful.
And I mean, that's powerful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Right? And then somewhere in there's feathers. I'm not sure.
Something to the effect of. Something to the effect
You're keeping
of.
it fabulous.
Yeah, absolutely.
What are you saying there with those feathers?
It's like Inkomo, but keep it fashion.
Well, but make
This
it
is like
fair.
high fashion,
You know what
rural
I
high
mean?
fashion.
I
Okay.
like that.
But yes, yeah.
Zoe, and speaking of artists that you love and respect, I feel like you're part of this really special cohort of young South African creatives. We know that you're friends with Hlungani also, and you've worked with him on various projects. He was here on TrendingSA a couple of months ago, and he spoke about you in such glowing terms.
Did you just celebrate to their music? You just
I did. I literally, yes, I did that. So, are we ever going to see like a full-length Langa and Zoe collaboration, or are you just going to like drop it in every now and again, just a song here, a song there, just to keep us salivating, literally?
I mean, first and foremost, Hlungani is an incredible human being.
Yeah.
And I think we've been able to all of a sudden get to the point where we can celebrate what he has to offer musically, you know. And I knew him before, when he was still shorter than me.
Yeah.
You know that weird stage in high school where the guys are shorter than the girl? That's when I knew him. And it's beautiful to have been able to collaborate with him with a song called I Wish on his debut album. Who am I to say, right? I would love to see and realize what that could be, having a joint album. But who am I to say?
Yeah.
You know, I think, we'll ask the gods for that one and see what they say.
Well, after COVID, you know, none of us are
Anything's
saying making any
possible.
hard and fast
We
plans.
can't
For
overthink
sure.
things as well, especially given how life can be, you know?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Zoe, it's Christmas very soon. Tomorrow. Ziyabuya. Which girl are you? Are you going to be by the pots? Are you gonna be with the mug that ejulugayo? You know the mug.
Ooh, the mug.
Yeah, the mug that's always julugaring. Or which girl are you? What's your Christmas traditions?
I feel like I'm a good place in between. I'm the guy that chops the onions and chops the
your mug is
ingredients.
still sweating.
You know what I mean? I
This is the
clean up the
inspiration.
space.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm usually not at the forefront. I'm not the chief of
Give us
of
that
the-
song that you sing when you know you are putting your foot in that pot.
Ngizothi lento isegazini. Although I'm not stirring, am I? So lento.
Because the cutting is a different action.
Yeah. I was just like, wait, this doesn't feel right.
Somebody
you have a
to
very
have.
rich gospel-y
Yeah.
tone to your voice. Did it start in the
you.
church?
I think the church was not the beginning for me, but I came into the church when I wanted to open up my spiritual life, my spiritual experience. So it happened maybe around my college years, but I would say my training is probably that of seeing people reacting to music and creating experiences. Ngisakhula eMbali, you know, ubhuti on the side, ekopini like it would be playing something, someone else is playing something on the other end, spring cleaning, someone is playing something else. So I think my experience of Abantu Bam or Bageti, listening and enjoying music is the beginning for me.
And now you're getting that through your career because you're watching people just lose their minds through your music and through the albums. Your dream stage, I mean, the world right now is so big and it's literally for all of us to take. So what is your dream stage?
All of them.
All of them.
You know, what I mean by that is that I'm one of those performers who perform like it's the last time, whether there are 2 people watching or whether I'm at the Glastonbury or I'm at the FNB Stadium.
See,
Yeah,
now
that's
you've
it, that's the one,
got us
that's the
itching
one.
to be out there in the
That's the one.
world, you know?
I think it's just,
Glastonbury.
as performers, we can't take for granted just how much what we do means to the core of whoever's receiving it, you know? And I try not to take that for granted. So wherever it is I am, I'll be in feathers or or whatever the case may be, but I like
Coachella nyana,
Yeah,
come on, Zoe.
all
Just-
of them, all
Yeah.
of them, all of
And
them.
we need
all of
to
them.
let our chakras align.
Absolutely.
And we need to get it.
Yes.
Yeah? We're gonna get Coachella. And Coachella is that spiritual space. Like I'm here for it.
Manifestations.
Manifestation.
I love it.
Pamela, you and I need to have a chat after the show. I also want to feel the alignments,
Listen, guys,
so that she can feel me
It's
too.
all
you know
about
what I'm
the
saying?
message.
Zoe will talk to Maple will talk to your people.
Yeah.
The chakras will align.
Chakras
and
will
the
align.
chi will flow. Zoe Modiga, thank you so much for the energy, for the love, for the music. We adore you and a Merry Christmas to you.
And a
Merry
Happy New Year.
Christmas.
You have to say, and a Happy New Year. Say all of it.
Everything else in
Yeah.
between. But we'll have you back at some point and we'll check it and do all those other, those messages
Thank
along the
you.
way. Thanks so much for your time.
Blessings. Thanks,
Mo
guys.
Flavor, it's always a pleasure to have you on the show.
Man, like I said, I love this tender.
Yeah.
May the tenders keep flowing
And we're
into
glad- And
2021.
we're so glad you bagged it. Check this out. So,
Yeah.
what are you doing for Christmas? This is your first Christmas as a married man.
As it turns out, normally what we do is that we slaughter at home a sheep, lunch. So there will definitely be that, and then it's just family and zoning out, no gigging, nothing,
Chilling.
just family time with the kids.
And the mug that's going to be sweating.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The mug is going to be sweating, and the things will be flowing as always. So I'm looking forward to a good one, and it's always a pleasure to be on the show. It really
Always
is.
good to have you. You know we're going to do this again, right?
Thank you. Of course we have to.
All right.
Itenda phela, right?
Fantastic. Well, stay with us. We'll be back straight after the break with a lovely couple, Stephanie and Hlungani. Do not go anywhere. Welcome back. You're still watching Trending SA, and Stephanie and Hlungani Ndlovu are joining us today on the show. Always excited about the Ndlovus. They really are an amazing pair. Welcome, guys.
Thank you. Hey, thank you for having us.
Absolute pleasure.
So you guys have been married for over a year now.
Yes.
It's been over a year now.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part of your love story? Like, for people that don't even know you guys, take them through that.
Wow, the favorite part of, I think, is that we both found each other when we weren't looking. We really were not. In fact, we were both on I'm not trying to be in a relationship right now. I'm focusing on this and that. And it always so happens that when you're searching, you actually don't find anything. But when you're not looking, it sort of just happens. And
Tell
we were
them on
both.
Twitter.
And yeah, guys, we were both on that journey.
Oh, so gorgeous.
Yeah, so I think that's one of the key things that I love about our love story.
And for you, Hlungani?
Look, if I'm being honest, it's the fact that she slid into my DMs.
Yeah.
Listen, guys, you must shoot your shot.
So I was going to ask if it was a meet cute, like a Hollywood, supermarket who grabbed the same apple. Clearly not.
Oh, no,
So did you respond with the quickness?
No, I took my time because I wasn't sure.
Okay.
And also, like she said,
She's absolutely gorgeous.
No, but she already told you, like, we weren't looking.
But I mean,
so
he made
I
Hlungani made
really
me
wasn't
work.
looking. Like, I really wasn't looking. And yeah, no, then I kind of crumbled. I mean, yeah.
This guy.
I succumbed to the pressure.
And it's not easy to find love easily. And it's not easy to find love in this landscape, right? Social media, so many distractions. When did you know that, okay, yes, you've done your research, yes, you succumbed, but actually, let's take this seriously?
I think probably after or during our first date.
That quickly?
I think, during the first date, it was quite, like, it was very, it was very nice and, like, almost, like, friendly in a sense that, like, it was, like, there wasn't any, like, trying or any, like, forcing or trying to, like, not eat with your hands because it's, like, like, it was
What was
just...
the first meal?
No, so I like, like chicken breast with, like, stuffed spinach and stuff like that, but she's a rib and wing kind of girl.
Yeah,
And
so
she
I
was
ordered
there,
that
like,
combo, and it came with this big plate, and the waiter thought it was his food, and then the waiter,
And it turns
I'm
out.
like, no, sorry, that
Yeah.
one, it's mine. So yeah.
We spent the bulk of the year under lockdown.
Yes.
Yeah.
What did that teach you or reveal to you about each other, about your relationship, and maybe just cemented some things? Go, you know what? I made the right decision. Matter of fact.
Sure. I think whichever couple is still together after lockdown,
Deserves to
they
be together.
deserve. You must stay there. Stick to it. But I think it really just showed us, I guess, levels of patience that you sort of hear in each other's faces all day, every day, and having to kind of still allow one another to have your moments and still find time for yourself, even within being together, but also allow one another to have not so great days. And I think that's what's really special about it. Like, somehow we know, okay, Steph woke up on the wrong side of the bed, or Hlungani, and we allow
Which is
each other.
usually my kind of morning.
Yeah, because it's not really, so, and you kind of just let that person be, you don't sort of add on to that and kind of just find a flow. But I think the biggest thing for me during lockdown was patience, of a saint.
So I've got some cue cards for you guys. We're going to play a game.
Yes.
Okay.
There's him or her, there's him or me, and there's him or me.
Okay.
So we're going to ask you a few questions, and then you tell us, Uguti, who it was.
So we answer by
So
showing
I'm not
the
going to
card.
go to the DMs question because my queen there took it. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
who's most likely to be late for his or her call time?
Oh, guys, it's a case of, okay, all right.
For call time,
Baby.
for work.
Why do you say so? Why do you say so, Stephanie?
No, because I can be late for everything and anything, but
Sure.
a call time, like
never.
work-wise, I never.
Okay.
So
In
you-
fact,
so-
I would have actually, if there was an option here that said
None.
neither, I would have put neither up. Because
Okay.
when it comes to work and call times, we're very
like
Okay.
that.
diligent. But if it was in general, okay, no, then I'd say.
Who spends more money or is more likely to splurge between the two of you? Especially on frivolous things. And you are both in agreement. I like that.
I like that you agree. All right, this is the question that gets a lot of couples. Who's the better driver?
How? Obvious.
I knew it.
Okay, this is when I ask you, who said I love you first?
It must be the DMs lady.
The DMs lady.
Who was
It's not
it?
so disrespectful,
No, it was him.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh,
it
so
wasn't.
wait, she got into your DMs.
Yeah.
You caught feelings first.
Yeah.
And he fell hard.
And he fell beautiful. And you know what
that
I
is
mean?
just
It was
beautiful.
like, I made sure I played my cards nicely, and then I walked away. I was like, boils in your court, you know? Do your thing.
Yeah.
And then he did.
All right, so we'd be remiss if we didn't ask this question. It's all about Christmas, of course. It's a festive season. What are the Christmas rituals that you guys have established by now?
Well, this is our second Christmas together. So last year we decided that we wanted it to be about us. Well, we did go to family later on, but we had like a Christmas breakfast. We had just moved into our new home. So it was very special because we were like, we're going to establish this time for us together. And then later on we went to family.
Yeah.
But I think for us, and I don't know if I speak for both of us, family obviously is a big thing during Christmas time. We try to spend time with both families, but because his side of the family is more in Durban and my side is in Joburg, we try and go one Christmas on, one Christmas off kind of a thing.
Got it.
So family, good time, good laughs, lots of eating, lots of cooking.
And church.
And church.
And church.
And church.
Do you go big with presents, or is it just, it's a thought that counts?
It's more of like the fun kind of thing, like
Yeah.
especially like when we do it. Okay, so like my side of the family, we're not like very big on presents.
Sure.
But like her side of the family, they like to do like, what's that game called?
Secret Santa.
Yeah.
hats.
So like you buy.
Yeah.
And you buy some people get some things that they don't want.
Because there's like a cap. So the point is not to splurge. It's like $100 or $200, and
Be
then
creative.
be creative with it. And then if you, so sometimes my brother ends up getting a whole like mascara, makeup bag kind of thing. And he's like, what must I do with this? So we try and make it fun.
Love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it. Stephanie and Hlungani, you know what? You guys are an absolute inspiration. If you'd given up on love, or perhaps you thought you were done, you need to check out their YouTube channel. Okay, this thing can be salvaged. It's been an absolute pleasure hanging out with you. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you for having us. Thank you so much.
Guys.
And an absolute merry one. Well, that's it from us. Just like that, we're at the end of another episode or a segment of Trending SA. But of course, you can catch us weekdays, 6 p.m. Don't go anywhere. We're with you throughout the whole festive, the whole summer. You know this.